The rarest version of Scorpio. You think you know Scorpio, the passionate one, the intense one, the one who always dives deep. But there's a version of Scorpio so rare, most people never get to see it. And if you do, consider yourself either lucky or cursed. At first glance, Scorpio is the magnet, charismatic, profound, always pulling you in. They don't shy away from attention. They don't fear the unknown. But what people don't realize is Scorpio isn't ordinary. They're made rare by pain, by betrayal, by years of giving too much and receiving too little. The rarest version of Scorpio is the one who finally lets go. The one who wakes up one day and realizes they're done obsessing over toxic relationships. They stop chasing the highs. They stop fixing broken people. They stop waiting for others to match the intensity they always gave so effortlessly. You see, Scorpio is ruled by Pluto, the planet of power, transformation and rebirth. But even the most passionate heart can turn to ice when hurt too deeply. When this version of Scorpio emerges, they don't announce it. No drama, no warnings, just a silent disappearance. Their presence, once all-consuming, once intoxicating, starts to fade quietly. They become harder to reach, harder to read, and suddenly, you're not sure if they'll ever come back. What's terrifying about this version of Scorpio is that they don't hate you, they just stop needing you. They'll watch from the shadows and leave you wondering. They'll wish you well, but never let you close again. They don't argue, they don't explain because they know. If you couldn't see their worth when they were pouring passion into you, you'll never deserve them now that they finally turned their heart to stone. This version of Scorpio is mesmerizing, glowing with a quiet intensity they don't even realize they carry. They're no longer the person who waited for people to see their value. They're the person people spend years regretting losing. But here's the secret. If you've ever met this version of Scorpio, you were the reason they became it. Have you ever seen this version of Scorpio?
Why you should never lie to a Scorpio. You can lie to anyone, but never to a Scorpio. Here's why it always ends badly. Scorpios have a gift that scares people. They just know. You can smile, pretend, act innocent. But deep down, a Scorpio feels the truth. Their intuition is not normal. It's like a whisper from the universe. When you lie to a Scorpio, they may not call you out right away, but they feel it. And once they feel it, they start watching, quietly, closely. They'll notice the small things, your tone, your eyes, your vibe. You might think you're safe, but a Scorpio is already 2 steps ahead. God gave them this ability because they're not meant to live in fake relationships. They are born for realness, honesty, depth. Lying to them is like playing with fire. It might feel fine at first, but it always burns in the end. The sad part? Scorpios love hard. They protect, they forgive, they give you all of them. But once you lie, something dies inside them. The trust breaks, the love cools. And no matter how much they once cared, they'll walk away without a second look. Not because they're cold, but because they're tired of being the only one who's real. So if you have a Scorpio in your life, treasure them. Be honest, be real. Because once you lose their trust, you'll never get that version of them again.
When a Scorpio goes silent, that's when you messed up. Scorpios aren't the type to make a scene. They won't argue just to prove a point. But when they go silent, that's when you should worry. If you're a true Scorpio, drop your birthday in comments. Their silence isn't empty. It's full of emotion, pain, realization and distance. They're not ignoring you to get attention. They're processing. They're remembering everything you said, everything you did, and how it made them feel. They're replaying the moment they realized you weren't who they thought you were. A Scorpio will give you chances, even if they don't show it. They'll let things slide. They'll try to understand. But once their heart goes quiet, once they stop explaining themselves, stop checking on you, stop reacting, that's your sign that something inside them has shifted. And when that shift happens, it's hard to undo. Because Scorpios don't do halfway. If they love you with everything. But once they're done, they don't come back. They don't send long texts. They don't fight for closure. they just vanish. And that silence will echo louder than any words ever could. So if your Scorpio has gone quiet, ask yourself what you did. Because once they go cold, they're not trying to hurt you. They're finally choosing to heal themselves.